Hey beautiful YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, I am Tattoo Barbie. I'm a tattoo artist, I'm a military spouse, and I'm living in Germany. So that is why I am doing this video all about trash. Now, recycling in Germany is one of the most stressful things I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. I've never had to think about where I should throw something away. I never recycled when I was in the States. Yes, I'm that type of person. So when you get this list, when you first get here, of all the rules and everything that you need to separate, a little bit overwhelming. So I figured I'd make this video. I'm still a rookie, so there's still things that I probably don't know about, because literally like a few days ago I was still asking questions on how to throw certain things away. So this is just to the best of my ability, what I've learned since I've been here, and I probably won't know everything till it's ready to move, because there's just so much, and it's just really complicated. So if I miss something or if I'm incorrect, you guys can help each other down in the comments down below. But I figure there need to be some kind of general consensus of where to learn about how to trash. So the first things first, when you get this paper for your housing brief or whatever, and I live off post. So if you live on post, the rules are pretty much the same, but every German community might be a little bit different. Your setup might be different or whatever, but this is for my experience of living off post and knowing stuff about the free cycle that is on post, but I'll get into that. The easiest way for me to really explain how in-house you should separate everything is go to IKEA and get these bins. I've talked about these bins in other videos. I decorated mine and make them kind of match my house, but to separate paper, glass, and plastic, those are like the easiest things that if you think about day to day, like, okay, if you throw some cardboard, like we had garlic bread, anything like that's a cardboard container, you're gonna put in the paper bin. And then I will show you once we go outside where you dispose of all that stuff once you get to that part. So glass, obviously, if you have any glass bottles, I don't have much in there right now, but I made spaghetti, so there's spaghetti sauce in there. Beer bottles, any kind of glass containers you're gonna have is gonna go in there. And then plastic, obviously, like plastic bottles, plastic bags, anything plastic, obviously. And then underneath my sink is where I keep the kind of tin items. So anything like an aerosol can, all I really drink is ginger ale, that's soda. So any sodas and stuff like that I keep underneath my sink. When we first moved here, I was so confused. I was like, how many bags do I really need? So I use black trash bags for my refuse. Refuse is basically the normal trash. That's where all of your main trash items are gonna go. So on the list, just to kind of give you an idea of what refuse and regular trash is, I'm just kind of read off of this list really quick. So you'll have a black bin, which I'll show you when we go outside. It's gonna focus. And the black bin is where your main trash. Now, there are housemeisters that will go around and open up trash bins to see if you are recycling properly. So if you have a black trash bag, they cannot see what is in it, and if you mess up and throw away the wrong thing by accident, they're not gonna know because it's in a black trash bag. But if you have a white trash bag that's see-through, or a see-through trash bag, obviously they're gonna see what's inside, and they might not pick up your trash if they can visibly see that you're not recycling properly. Animal feces, candles, ceramics, cigarette butts, charcoal ashes, crystal, diapers, dirty wrap, food waste, light bulbs, mirrors, paper towels, pet litter, porcelain, small rugs, stoneware, soiled paper, soot, torn clothing, used Kleenex, used napkins, used paper towels, vacuum cleaner bags, windshields, no recyclable material of any kind, nor hazardous waste. So pretty much Dirty trash, stuff that's really dirty, you're going to put in the trash can. Easy, right? Plastic materials. So yellow bags is what they're gonna give you. So just hold on 1 second. You're gonna get these yellow bags at the self-help. They usually only let you get one at a time. I try to get two if I can, but on the bag it's actually kind of helpful. So you can read it, and they're super thin, so you have to be really careful. Once you're sticking things in, it'll rip like super easy. So it'll say the yellow bag at wherever you're at, I guess, and then it says for packing materials, and then it'll say like foam, styrofoam, bags, plastic bottles, aluminum, empty pill wrappings. It does not like this material. Oh my God, is my plastic bag haunted? Okay. Compost material, milk cartons, which I didn't know that. I guess what you would think is like a paper milk carton is actually like wrapped in plastic. So milk cartons go in here. No trash, no paper, no glass, no mental. Don't put your mental state in the bag. Once a month, you're gonna get a plastic day. Yes, you heard me right. Once a month. So you'll have, I mean, my last plastic day was like 3 days ago, and I had about 15 of these full of plastic, and you just stick it outside and then come pick it up. It's really easy. It's just kind of weird to have that many bags accumulating in either like your basement or your garage. You just have to find somewhere to store them, because after a while it's just like, yo, there's just so much recycling stuff everywhere. So just try to keep it in your garage somewhere out of sight, out of mind, so you don't have to worry about. So once a month, especially if you drink a lot of water bottles and stuff like that, it adds up really quick. You're only gonna have 2 refuse days a month, which I think is absolutely insane, because I throw away a lot of stuff on a regular basis, and even though you're recycling and stuff like that, just be very mindful to recycle, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to fill up your trash can with all your trash, and then it's just gonna be an issue and yada yada yada, and it's just a mess. Things I've learned the hard way is if your trash bin, which is pretty small to begin with, the black one, you put it out for trash day, and let's just say you have an extra black trash bag and you sit it outside next to the trash can, they're not gonna take that trash bag also. I believe there has to be a specific bag that you can get for them to take it, but they won't touch it. So there's no point to even sit it next to the trash can, because they will empty your full trash can, but they will leave whatever is outside of it, outside of it. You'll also have 2 bio days, which is the brown container, and that's pretty much, I don't really use it because I don't eat that many vegetables. I don't cook with that many vegetables. But the bio, which is the brown bin, which I will show you, is basically plant-based kitchen waste. So fruit scraps, vegetable scraps, tea bags, you can put like cut grass, potted plants, egg and nut shells, like natural hippy dippy stuff is gonna go into the brown container. Now, you cannot put plastic bags inside of the brown container. Now, I've heard some people try to put recycling bags in the biodegradable thing and they didn't take it. So everyone recommended for me, just save brown grocery bags, put your stuff in there, and then put it in there. You can just drop like a rotten apple in the actual bio bin, but maggots happen, bugs, and it's just gross, so you want to kind of avoid that. Paper is pretty easy. Cardboard, paper, envelopes, junk mail, writing paper, stuff like that. You put it in the bin, then when you're done, there's a blue bin outside, and you're just going to dump it in the blue bin, and you have 2 paper days a month also. So it's about time for us to go on a little field trip so I can show you the community. Each village or housing community has like several areas where there's separate dumpsters for larger items and stuff like that. And then, yeah, there's just, this video is gonna be really long because like I said, this is just really complicated. So I'm hoping you're catching all of this and it's making some kind of sense and some kind of organization. Because when I decided I was gonna make this video, I was like, I really hope that it comes off as organized as it is in my head, but I guess we'll see when I edit this video. Hopefully I don't lock myself out of my house. All right, so in the outside, all right, common sense, right? So outside of your house, you're gonna have this box looking thingamajiggy, right? This is where your mailbox is on the outside. Then when you open this is where we keep our brown bio container, and there's spiders and scary stuff down there, but we hardly ever use it. I don't know if that's what this is for, but this is where we keep our bio trash bin. That's for the hippy dippy stuff, you know, plants and all that other jazz. On the side of the house, we keep our blue bin. So this is going to be all paper. It says paper on there. Some bins don't specifically say what they are, but this is all just paper items that are loose in there. You don't have to worry about putting it in a paper bag. Just throw all the paper straight in there. This is obviously the refuse, which is the actual trash. I don't think it says on there refuse, but just know if you see a black bin, this is the regular trash. Like I said, when I first moved in, I bought so many different type of trash bags that it was kind of overwhelming. Honestly, I keep the white trash bags and I just end up putting all of my cans in them just to keep them separated when my little bin gets full, and then I can just carry that trash bag down to where I'm going to show you where the community trash area is. And then these, I mean, honestly, I don't even use these recycle bags. I got them, I thought it was gonna help. Now I just cut them up and use them when I paint and put them on the floor. So literally you could get away with just the black trash bags, the yellow plastic bags, and then brown paper bags. Now time for our little field trip, which walking through my neighborhood, I already know everybody's gonna be staring because neighborhood's pretty quiet and a lot of people walk around and everything. You can't see the number of my house. All right. Okay, so there's like a parking area or whatever that you're gonna see down here, and I'm gonna show you all the different categories as far as what you're going to separate your trash and stuff. So this is our little community area. It's like extra parking and stuff like that. This one is going to be for paper, so any cardboard boxes and stuff like that you're gonna throw in the tan bin. Brown, this is gonna be for brown glass, I believe. So beer bottles, most beer bottles, you can keep hearing my keychains, jeez. Most beer bottles are brown out here, so you're gonna throw away your brown glass bottles here. This is for clear glass bottles. So, ooh, it's a bug. And this is for green bottles. This big mama bama jama is for metal. There's a little step in here. And this is for metal cans. Pretty much anything metal is gonna go into this container here. And then when you mow the grass, there is a community bin for, I guess it's like bio, but this is more for just grass clippings, yard work and stuff like that. It really sucks. Every time I mow the grass, I have to walk all the way from my house to over here to dump my grass clippings in there because I have an electric lawnmower, and I have to dump the little butt into bags, and then basically come over here and dump it over there. The biggest thing out here is not to litter. Some people mess up because they leave their address on their disposable like Amazon boxes or whatever, and instead of putting it inside the cardboard dumpster, they put it on the outside because it's really full or there's overfill or whatever, and you'll get a ticket for it. You'll get a fine, you'll get like some kind of notice. If the actual big container is full and your paper bin is full, just wait. Just have, like I said, in your garage, wait until everything is cleared out and then do it, because you don't want to end up getting a ticket. Now you would think the yellow bin that I showed you, that I said was all for metal, you can't just throw electronics, batteries, and stuff like that in it. Now apparently, which I haven't personally experienced yet, but from what I've read on like Facebook and stuff like that, there are at certain German grocery stores and at the Free Cycle on Post, which the Free Cycle is pretty much like a big area that you can throw all your crap away in and all that stuff and separate it, but it's only open at certain times and yada yada yada. They have a bin that you can throw your batteries or electronic devices. There's separate bins for all that stuff. And like I said, I guess at some German grocery stores they have, like if you ask the cashier, they have somewhere that they can throw away your batteries and stuff like that. I just haven't personally dealt with that yet. Now you can make money off of recycling. So my husband buys big crates like this of beer from Netto. You can get them at Edeka, such and such. It's just a big crate. You fill it up with beer. It's a lot cheaper to buy it that way. And you can take your actual crate to this little area that's on the side of most grocery stores. It's inside of some of them. Really depends on where you go. And you can stick the whole case onto the little trolley thingamajiggy. It's like a conveyor belt. I'll actually take you guys there next so you can see what I'm talking about. But you can stick the whole thing onto the conveyor belt and it'll give you like a receipt, and you can actually use like a store credit when you go into the grocery store and go shopping. The only tricky thing that I would say we've ran into is you can't return a crate to a different grocery store than it originated from, because there's like a scan code or something that the machine like recognizes, that's the word, that it recognizes. So you want to take it back to the original store that you got the crate from. So I'm gonna walk down to Netto. Hopefully I don't get rained on, and I'm only gonna take one beer bottle so I can show you how the machine works. Hopefully I can figure it out on my own, because I'm usually with my husband, but we'll go through it together. I got my little Netto bag because I don't just want to carry one beer bottle and look crazy, so I'm going to just take one and make sure it ain't got no beer in it. Just gonna take one with me and see if I can get the machine to take it. Hopefully this is one of the ones that my husband actually got from Netto. I'm definitely out of shape. I always say that when I have to walk somewhere, because I am not the athletic type, but I swear I end up always having to walk somewhere for a video. But I'm hoping once we get there that there's not a lot of people. I don't have to go in the actual store at Netto. It's like a little separate room that's on the other side. So if I can't figure out how to get the machine to work, at least I can show you what the machine looks like and you can get an idea, so that way if you drink a lot of beer or whatever, you can at least get your money back and put it into more beer. Anytime I see blueberries or any kind of berries on a tree, I'm thinking like, now if I was a kid, I would definitely want to try them. But I've watched too many scary movies and known that my luck, I would eat one and I would die. So they look like blueberries. Are they blueberries? Is that a blueberry? Might be a blueberry, but I'm not gonna risk it, I'll tell you that much. We're finally in eyesight of Netto, so we're about to be right up on it now, and it seems like it's pretty busy, so I already know. Stairs, keep them coming. This is the Netto from my house. It's just a small grocery store. It just has like the essentials. There's a little bakery in there. Now I don't know what it translates to, but it says Leergrootstad. Agaba, whatever that says right there. This is where you're going to do the beer cans, bottles. Thank God there's nobody in here. Okay, so this is the little machine. This is, you're in this little area right here. And then let me get my beer bottle. Okay, so if you have the cart, you're just gonna stick it down there. And if you have a bottle, you stick it right here. Get it wrong. This way. And then you hit the button. I think. Okay, so this beer bottle did not come from this store. So that is what we learned. But if it did, you would put it in here, you'd hit that button, and then it would take it there, and then you would get a receipt right here, and you take it in the store and use it for a credit. And that is for the cards. I knew there was a possibility that that could happen, but hey, I just wanted to show you either way what it would look like if you went into a grocery store and you were expecting, you know, whatever. So Netto, it's on the outside of the building. There's like the automatic doors, and as soon as I was leaving, there was an older man that had a lot of bottles. So I'm glad that I got to do that little footage real quick before I got super embarrassed. Yes, I get embarrassed of him being right behind me. But I do believe that in some places you might be able to get some cash back. I'm not quite sure because I've only done it where we get the receipt and then we use it as store credit. So down in the comments, if you know the answer, let me know if a cash back reward is something that you will get, or if it's only ever store credit. Like I said, we've only used the store credit, but it's cool that, you know, if you get a bunch of beer, at least you're kind of saving money by bringing your bottles and your carton and all that stuff back. Now we're gonna go back to the house where I can recap everything for you. We'll basically do a overview of everything we talked about and make sure that I tackled everything that was on the list. That's enough exercise for me for the entire month, but I want to go over this paper that they give you when you go to housing and everything. My paper specifically says for off post, so depending on where you live, yours may look different. But glass, this is just like I went over when we were outside, the brown, the white, and the green. This is for cans, empty cans, metal pots and pans, empty spray cans only from non-hazardous materials. And then we have the cardboard paper. I don't have one of these outside, but I have the cardboard bin. So if you have one of these, it's pretty much anything that is paper, must be clean paper. So don't throw nasty used paper in there. And then you have your plastic yellow bags, the refuse, the bio, which this will be all of your, you know, nasty hippy dippy stuff. This, I don't have one of these in my neighborhood, but basically any used clothes, if you see one of these, you can take it to there. And bulk trash. Now our bulk trash is only once a year. Depending on where you're at, that might be different. And I know there's a number you can call if you have a whole bunch of bulk trash. They can give you a specific day and pick it up. Yard waste, that is the blue big bin that I showed you. Basically that was in the same area as all the other stuff. And then hazardous waste. So we don't have a hazardous waste listed on our like a pickup date, but I'm sure if you ask on the wives page or whatever, someone can let you know. a phone number. Basically, this whole thing is going to be a hit and miss. You're gonna learn a lot. If you have any questions, ask on the Facebook page. Everybody asks because it's really confusing. This is very, very overwhelming to take in at the same time. At IKEA, you can get all big ones or all small ones, but this is what I preferred. The free cycle on post, I can't film that because it is on post and they're very, I don't think you can film at all on a military post in another country. I don't know, and I really wanted to get this video up, so I didn't want to make a bunch of calls and try to get permission to film trash. But free cycle is where you're going to take electronics, things that you don't really know what to do with. You're probably going to end up taking on post, but like I said, you can ask somebody. It is okay to ask for help. I hope this video made some kind of sense and it helped you just a little bit to understand the trash. Like I said, it takes a while to get used to it. Before, I would carry this around with me everywhere to make sure that I was throwing stuff in the proper containers, and then after a while you just don't even think about it and it's just an easy day-to-day thing. But I still come up with things where I'm like, oh my god, I don't know where to throw this away. And like I said, just join some of the wife pages or ask a friend and be like, hey, where do I throw this away, just so you don't get fined or have any issues or anything like that. So don't litter. Try your hardest to separate your trash. And if you're going to throw away cardboard boxes and there's some overfill, just take your name off of the box so you don't end up being responsible for all of the trash and get fined a lot of money. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already to join the Tattoo Barbie family. And until next time, I'll see y'all beautiful people later. Bye.